So, einen wunderschönen guten Tag. Ich freue mich, dass Sie alle so zahlreich hier erschienen sind und wir Ihnen ein bisschen was über die Nachhaltigkeit auf Amilla erzählen dürfen. Mein Name ist Desiree Brandscheid und ich freue mich sehr, dass wir heute einen ganz besonderen Gast hier haben, und zwar die Victoria. Die Victoria ist Sustainability Managerin auf Amilla und ja, sie wird euch oder Ihnen heute ein bisschen was über Amilla und Nachhaltigkeit auf der Insel erzählen und darüber freuen wir uns schon sehr. Und ja, aus diesem Grund würde ich jetzt gleich mal ein bisschen ins Englische überswitchen, damit die Victoria dann auch mit der Präsentation starten kann. So, we have a very special guest. It's Victoria. She is Sustainability Manager at Amilla. And yes, hi Victoria. Nice to have you here today.
Hi Desiree, hi everyone. Thank you very much for having me here today. It's a pleasure to be able to introduce some of the things that we're doing at Amilla around sustainability and wellness to everyone over there. Yes. So basically what we've done here at Amilla, so my husband, who's the general manager, and I, we've been here since 2019. And we really wanted to showcase everything that Amilla has to offer and put in place a lot of sustainability and wellness initiatives for our guests and for our team. So we're seeing more and more that travellers are choosing to travel sustainably, and they're starting people are starting to choose accommodation based on these sustainable parameters, based on the eco-friendly and the things that the resorts is doing. Also, we wanted to make sure that we integrate these factors into the fabric of the experience at Amilla. Both my husband and I, it's at our heart. We live sustainably, we recycle, we look after the earth. We are also very interested in wellness. We both follow food lifestyles to make sure that we're at our optimum wellness. Now, while we do this for ourselves and we're doing it for our guests, we're also doing it for our team, because the more we can educate our team on better choices for the environment and for their own wellness, America can take those things back into their own communities as well. So some of the programs that we put in place when we were looking at what are the unique selling points of Amilla, why is Amilla different to anywhere else? Firstly, the word Amilla Fushi in the local language means my island home. So we wanted to make sure that we're using that word home for people to when they come in, and we want our guests to feel at home when they come here. So one of the first programs that we put in place is Homemade at Amilla. So we want to make sure that we're having products here that are produced in-house. It lowers our carbon footprint by having 0 air miles, reducing our packaging waste. Many of the ingredients that we use are grown here on the island or purchased from local suppliers, which is obviously better for the environment and supports the local community as well. It also helps us to eliminate food additives and preservatives. Now, I'm not sure about you, but when my mother cooks for me, it always tastes better than someone else. So this is one of the premises behind Homemade at Amilla as well. The chefs are cooking with love, they're cooking from the heart, they're cooking things from scratch so that guests get the freshest and best health benefits from food. So Homemade at Amilla is a collaboration between food and beverage, kitchen, landscaping and bar. So from the beverage side of things, Homemade at Amilla includes a range of probiotic drinks. Now, probiotics have become very important in the world as people are looking at their wellness and looking at their immune system. So having things with probiotics really helps us to drive that immune system to be more well. So these sodas that we make are made here and bottled on site, and they feature ingredients from our gardens as well. So we have 8 different flavors of kombucha, which we make here. We also have lacto-fermented living lemonade, kefir, tapache made from pineapple skins, and mango soda. Now, the pineapple is an interesting one actually. So at Amilla, we use every part of a pineapple. So a pineapple takes 9 months to grow, the same as a human baby. So it's very important that we respect the product that we get at the end of it. So a pineapple at Amilla, we give the delicious inside to our guests to eat. The skins go in the drink to make the tapache, and a pineapple vinegar as well. And then we take the top of it, plant it back to grow another pineapple, which will be ready 9 months later. So it's a good demonstration of how we utilize byproducts and try and reduce waste as much as possible. We also make a selection of plant-based milks on site. So these milks are made fresh daily and contain no artificial ingredients and no refined sugars. So things like almond milk, if you look at the packet of an almond milk, there can be up to 12 or 13 different ingredients on it, where realistically it should have 4 things. All you need is almond, water, a little sea salt, and we use a date for sweetness. The added benefit of making these plant-based milks on site is that we also get the byproduct of almond flour, coconut flour, and things like this. Now, we've made sure that these techniques and these things go back to our guests as well, and we have weekly complimentary workshops for our guests. So in the kitchens, we already make all of our own yogurt on site using either fresh milk or coconut cream made from our coconuts here. We make all of our ice cream as well. We also make a lot of delicious sauces here in-house. We looked at things like our barbecue sauce, and we realized there's too many different artificial ingredients in it, so we've started making our own instead of buying it. Again, added benefit of having no plastic packaging. We're also, from a probiotic point of view, fermenting our own sauerkraut, kimchi, and we make our own pickles as well. In our spa, they do a lot of things homemade. We have an alchemy bar, which is a hands-on interactive place where a guest can join in free workshops to learn to make organic deodorants, for example, soaps and bathtub teas. Now, in our spa, we use something called Devahi Bays. Devahi Bays is the local medicine of the Maldives. It's the ancient medicine. It's a bit like Ayurveda. So our spa manager has learned from one of the local practitioners about these techniques, and we've combined that with the modern spa techniques that they have already in the spa. The unique treatments use a lot of native plants grown on our naturally lush island as well. Now, Amilla has more than 2,500 coconut trees. If you're not familiar with Amilla Fushi, Amilla is one of the largest islands in the Maldives. We have only 67 rooms, and the majority of those rooms are actually over water, meaning that we have very few rooms on our land space. Now, we have still around 70% of our island as jungle. So it means that we have such a natural space, and we have a lot of areas that we can utilize. So with these 2,500 coconut trees, at present, or in the past, I should say, we've had to pay someone to take away any waste product from them, which also uses fuel and it basically causes more waste in other places. So we're about to break ground on our dedicated coconut processing facility called the Nut. So all of the items that come from coconut trees will be taken there for processing, and we'll utilize all of these products to make items like cold pressed virgin coconut oil, which we use in our spa and use for our kitchens as well. Coconut water for drinking, but we can also use this to make kombuchas, kefirs, and coconut vinegars as well. Murikashi, which is the inside of a baby coconut tree when it just starts to sprout its first leaf. The inside of this is delicious and incredibly nutritious. We will also start making all of our own coconut milk and coconut cream. So right now we buy the coconut milk and coconut cream in, which is crazy when we have all of this beautiful bounty from our coconut trees. From, as I said before, with the plant-based milks, with coconut milk, we'll also get coconut flour, which will form the basis of a lot of our food products as well. We'll also make the kajun roofing, the thatching for the roofs, things like coconut peat for the gardens, kwa rope as well. Okay, so we have lots of different options for our guests. Well, you can also use the leftover coconut shells to create artwork and jewellery to sell to our guests. This initiative aims to reduce the coconut waste by 80% and helps to lower our carbon footprint. Homegrown at Amilla. Homegrown at Amilla is another program that we have going on. So this works hand in hand with Homemade at Amilla. Now focus on utilising the huge range of natural resources we have in our uniquely fertile island. So the program includes Mystic Garden. So this is like the show garden right in the middle of the resort. So this is where we produce things like mint and basil, which we're already self-sufficient in, and produces things, superfoods like moringa and that type of thing as well. We also have a dedicated sweet potato growing area, with each spot being able to produce up to 15 kgs of this delicious, healthy, resistant starch. Our plantation area, which is more of our production garden, produces delicious organic bananas, pumpkins and papayas. We also have just about finished our mushroom hut, where we'll be growing our own oyster mushrooms in organic matter. This program also includes Cluckingham Palace. So Cluckingham Palace is the home to what we think are the happiest chickens and their duck friends in the Maldives. They gobble up our kitchen waste and provide us with fresh eggs as well. We can use their manure as fertilizer, so it's very much the cycle of life. We're occasionally blessed with some baby chickens as well. We also have a hydroponic garden, which is just about finished and growing all of our lettuce and spinach that we'll use in the island. So in about 2 months, we'll be completely self-sufficient in that. We also have a microgreen station, which is right by the main kitchen, where the chefs can pick up the microgreens at the last minute so that they're ready to pop on salads. We also utilise all of our green waste and semi-composted debris gathered to make compost for our new garden beds. The same area, we have our waste processing facility, which we call the UN, short for Undoing the Harm in the World. This will enable us to sort and process all waste more effectively. At this location, we're going to be able to crush all the glass for use in cement, compact cardboard and other paper products for recycling, flatten all our metal cans and tins for space saving and recycling. And we also have a composter there, so all the kitchen scraps that the chickens don't eat, we'll be able to make compost from. We'll also have a chipper down there, and we chip all of our garden waste to create mulch. Now, just talking quickly about the paper side of things, we've also just started on the resort a recycled paper making program, which is very, very popular with our guests. So we take our used paper and we remake it into paper that the guests can take away with them as well. Now, one of the most exciting things, or the things closest to my heart, actually I have lots of exciting things, but this is one of them anyway, is our Wellness Your Way program. So wellness means different things to different people. And while traditionally in resorts, wellness has been focused on spa, yoga, meditation. Now these things are still vital parts of wellness, but more and more people are really recognizing that eating is a vital part of wellness. So they're looking at what's going into their body and on their body, and the importance of eating for health, and people who are looking at special eating plans or diets. So we launched last year our pioneering Wellness Your Way program. It's the most comprehensive wellness menus in the Maldives. So what we try and do is we're here to support people's different eating lifestyles. So we don't call them diets, because diets have this connotation of, for me anyway, of hunger and not being able to eat anything. But it's more about eating lifestyle. So if a guest has chosen a way to have their eating, we want to make sure that that guest feels it's the right one. We want to make it effortless on their part, that they can come here, sit down and get the food that they need to have to support that eating lifestyle. So our Wellness Your Way program caters to lifestyles such as keto, paleo, low carb, gluten-free, dairy-free and vegan vegetarian. So every single one of our food and beverage outlets has different menus to cater for each of those eating lifestyles. So you can go into a restaurant and say, I would like the Wellness Your Way menu, and you get that, and there's a full menu of gluten-free items, and you can eat anything on that menu. Now, I personally have celiac disease, and also I follow a keto lifestyle. Now, I can remember the first time I ever went to a restaurant and said, it was in Italy, and said, sono celiaco, and the person said to me, here's your menu, you can eat anything on it. It was a very, very exciting thing for me, because I knew that I wasn't going to get ill, and that I had so many choices rather than the normal 1 or 2 choices. So to support this Wellness Your Way menus, we've also made some really comprehensive changes to our meat suppliers, meat and fish suppliers. So we want to make sure that if ourselves and our guests are eating any form of meat product, that it's been ethically raised, that it's free range, grass fed, and certainly doesn't have any hormones or antibiotics used in the rearing of it. So we have things like the Cape Grim beef that comes from Tasmania. Now, this area of Tasmania, this particular cape, is known for having the cleanest air in the world. So this air is so pure, the cows live an amazing life. This place also, it rains a lot. So the cows don't have to walk very far in order to be able to eat the grass. So it means they actually retain the intramuscular fat marbling that an Angus or other grain-fed beefs would have. We also have Regal King salmon from New Zealand, and while it's still farmed, it's one of the most ethical farms in the world. Only 2% of the area is made up of salmon and 98% of water. So it means that the fish have loads of area to still swim in, and they're also fed on all natural food products. This Wellness Your Way ethos has overflowed into lots of other areas as well, such as our cocktail list. This now features a low sugar range, which is really, really popular. Our arrival amenities have also had a Wellness Your Way makeover, with all items now being sugar-free, gluten-free and low carb. And everything also contains ingredients that help recover from jet lag. Similarly, with our arrival drink, it was also designed to assist recovery from long journeys. So hibiscus and mint infusion, it's sweetened with a little bit of honey, and it's packed with antioxidants and polyphenols to help that recovery from that trip. We're also currently reviewing every other item that comes into our resort to make sure that we remove all artificial colours, flavours and other chemical additives. So when we look at these products, the first thing we look at is A, can they be made here on site under our homemade program? B, do they come in plastic and can we source them in glass? C, is there anything in there that shouldn't be in there to maximise people's wellness? We also want guests to sleep well while they're at Amilla. So a lot of people in developed countries, when they're working very hard, they often have insomnia. So we really want to make sure that we maximise the person's sleep time while they're here. So we have dedicated pillow menus. We have also reinvented the pillow chocolate with a new turn down service that has treats made from ingredients that help to naturally induce sleep. Things like tart cherry that is full of helps to develop the melatonin and release it into the body, mint which is calming as well, and everything is also low in sugar and gluten free. We also have a range of different herbal teas in all of our outlets, from astragalus to dandelion. These changes have allowed us to release what we think is the Maldives' most ethical burger. Now, food in the Maldives is virtually all flown into the country, so it means that it's really hard to get a 0-mile burger or any type of food here. But we think we've come the closest of anyone that can. So, for example, our ethical burger has a low-carb organic almond and flaxseed roll, which is gluten-free, low carb, and fits all the different wellness criteria. It has hormone and antibiotic-free, free-range grass-fed Cape Grim beef in the burger patty. Dingley Dell ethically raised bacon. Dingley Dell pork is raised in the UK, and they've also planted about 33.2 hectares of their land just to support the bee population that is in danger. So that's another really ethical decision that we took. We also have the homegrown at Amilla cauliflower. The Maldivians call this rocket. It's a different family to the arugula, but it grows here. It even grows on the beaches. So we pick that from our gardens and pop it on the burger as well. Banana ketchup made from our homegrown bananas, homemade at Amilla pickles. A fresh egg from our Cluckingham Palace, homemade tomato and barbecue sauces, and sweet potato fries. So the next subject that we have following on from the wellness is our wellness packages. So we released for summer a range of wellness packages. Now, we know that when guests come on vacation, particularly to an island resort, they don't really want to be tied into too many activities in a day. They don't want someone telling them what to do all day. So we arranged these packages with the ultimate flexibility in mind. So basically, a guest can arrive any day of the week. They don't have to arrive Monday and finish on a Sunday. The packages can run anywhere from 5 days and even up to 14 days. So we have 5 different packages for summer, and then the 4 normal packages will run for the rest of the year as well. So a package called Movement, which is getting people out and about and doing lots of activities. Mindfulness, which is lots of meditation and things like garden therapy are included in that. Active de-stress, which is a nice combination of both things, and detox. For the summer program only, we have the acrobatics program as well, utilising our on-site acrobat who's here for the summer, who's doing pole fitness lessons, as well as aerial hoops and aerial silks. Designed into these packages is the use of our Sensora system, which is a light and sound therapy program. So when a guest arrives to do a wellness package, we would meet with them, the spa manager, myself, and our movement specialist. They go through and do what's called a chroma test. The chroma test helps to identify what the mind and body needs in that moment, so we can better tell from their results which package might be most beneficial for their wellness. So this is a really exciting program that our guests are certainly enjoying at the moment. So that's the updates from Amilla around our sustainability and wellness initiatives. If you ever have any guests who are looking to improve their wellness on vacation, or have any questions about different eating lifestyles, or want to know just exactly what we're doing here at the resort, you're more than welcome to contact us via the team at Majunke at any point in time.
Thank you so much, Victoria. That was amazing, and I would love to taste the burger.
I'll send one over.
Yeah, thank you so much, and hope to see you soon on Amilla, and thank you for joining. Have a nice day.
Okay, thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.